Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Jeff, Glowing Double O Cabbage here, back for another video. I've been doing these pretty regularly, which has been really nice. So I'm just back with another 10 records that I've been listening to this past little while. Just been enjoying listening to music in the evenings, and just thought I'd share the playlist with you all. Again, it's been great to see the resurgence of people making videos in the vinyl community. A lot of new people, a lot of older vets coming back and stuff, and you know, making videos, sharing the music, really. And so yeah, I just wanted to share some of the records that I listen to. Some of them are new finds as well, so I'll let you know when one is a new find. Thanks also for all the comments and all the new subscribers. I picked up almost 100 subscribers since I've been back, which is just pretty crazy. I'm humbled. I think it's just great that people watch these things. All right, so the first record I'm going to show is from 1973. This is an album by John Fahey. This is an original press on Tacoma Records, called Fair Forward Voyages, Soldier's Choice, but I think it mostly goes by Fair Forward Voyages. I read on this that he originally dedicated this album to Satchidananda, and was sort of following in his footsteps, but not because he had any kind of religious preoccupation or anything like that. It was more that he was interested in the secretary of Satchidananda. So, you know, folk is rock and roll too, you know. The song titles on this album are taken from T.S. Eliot's Four Quartets, which is really an interesting addition. So, when the fire and the rose are one, thus Krishna on the battlefield, and fair forward voyagers. Pretty neat stuff. It's definitely a merge of Indian raga-like acoustic guitar music, but it also has these little mini symphonies within each song that is just an absolute wonder to hear. John Fahey is an incredibly talented guitar player, and if you've never heard his music, I highly recommend you check this out. I was really lucky to find this used. I'll show you the label, because I love the Tacoma label. It's in wonderful shape too. It's in like pristine condition. But yeah, there it is there. So yeah, John Fahey, Fair Forward Voyagers. What an incredible album. I have one other one by him, Blind Joe Death, which is also incredible. This one was released in 1973. It's amazing that this kind of music was coming out a year after I was born. Here I am one, and all this amazing music is being made. Listen to this, and every time I listen to this album, it surprises me in how great it is. The Traveling Wilburys, I don't know what is the name of this album, just Volume 1. Wonderful tunes on here, especially Handle with Care. Last Night is an absolute classic. But these are, you know, make no mistake, these are like some of rock's and songwriting giants coming together and creating some incredible music. Traveling Wilburys, yeah, what can you say? What can you say about them? They're all, you know, that hasn't been said. All right, so now we're going on to an album that I picked up by this artist, Jay Mitchell, and he is a sort of like a soul funk artist from the Bahamas, and this is Impartiality by Jay Mitchell. I must admit, it was the cover that really just grabbed me. I thought this was just going to be an incredible spiritual jazz album or something, and so it was a blind buy. But I brought it home and I looked on eBay, and it was really, it's a really sought after album, and I had no idea. I mean, this is a relatively expensive record. The album's called Love in the Key, and I'm not sure if it's signed by the band or just somebody was having fun doing their signature and stuff, but Impartiality by Jay Mitchell. Wonderful, wonderful album. Private Press. I believe it was, well, it's on GBI Recordings. I guess maybe it's not Private Press, but it was mixed in Freeport, Bahamas. There's the label. I know that Chris Cole, I mentioned that I picked this up a while back, and I know you knew it. You knew it, and I'm not surprised. You are an encyclopedia of private press knowledge. And this is the other one, Jay Mitchell's Another Place and Time. Really great, again, like really great soul funk, I would say. And it is wonderful music. Lots of covers too, of course. Yellowbird, there's a disco version of that on here. But there's All Knuckle Up, I believe, is the instrumental on this that is just absolutely amazing. Maybe I'll post a link at the bottom of one of his like really excellent sort of funk tunes. But Jay Mitchell, Another Place and Time from the Bahamas. Nassau, Bahamas, this one. And this was distributed in Canada, actually. Made in Canada, so I don't know what the story is. But there's Jay there. Jay Mitchell. Pretty cool private press stuff, in a way. I don't know, maybe it's not private press, but also listen to this, David Crosby, If I Can Only Remember My Name. This is an all-star cast, just like the Traveling Wilburys, man. I mean, everybody who's anybody at the time played on this album. Jerry Garcia is on it, and well, there's a whole cast of characters there. But this album is phenomenal. It truly is. It's got everything. It's got tunes that just are so melodic and so just deep and gorgeously beautiful. I highly recommend this album if you've never heard it. David Crosby's If I Can Only Remember My Name. Great album. This is a reissue on Four Men with Beards. Not much else to say. Listen to this one. This one wasn't received so well during Quiet Time, but I loved it. My wife, not so much. I think she liked parts of it, but mostly Miles Davis electric stuff she's not a fan of. But this is Live Evil, an original press of this on Columbia. There's the many faces of the great Miles Davis. I'll just show. This is in wonderful, wonderful shape too. I also have the Four Men with Beards reissue of this, and I have to say that the original sounds better. To my ears, anyway. I mean, this is just in immaculate condition as well. You can tell that someone paid close attention to taking care of their records, which is always an impressive thing. When you have a record that's from like the 70s or whatever, or even earlier, and it's still in immaculate condition, yet the sleeve is just, it shows signs of weathering, but the music is just amazing. It says a lot. So this is a band, this was another blind buy, but I had heard about these guys, but I never really heard their music, and this is an album by a band called the Asteroid Number 4. They started off in Philadelphia, and now they're based in Northern California. This is a really interesting record. It has a lot of different mashed up genres. It has krautrock, it has like cosmic country funk, it has folk, it has just about everything, really. It does. It's amazing. It's psychedelic. This Asteroid Number 4 on Bad Vibrations UK. This was released in 2014, and this is the back of it. Sort of a throwback to like the 60s, font and photographs and stuff. But wonderful band, the Asteroid Number 4. This is the only one I have by them, but I definitely am going to keep an eye out for more. And the sleeve comes with all of the lyrics and some more artwork. And I'll just show you the label too, because some comes on clear vinyl. There you go. Some people like to see every facet of the record. Another just mind-blowing album that I never thought I would own. I mean, and then it was reissued. I don't know, this was probably reissued a while back, actually. But this was reissued on ESP disc out of Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn, New York, which I was actually on that street not too long ago when I was in New York. But this is Spiritual Unity by Albert Ayler Trio, an absolute, you know, what was I gonna say, like a signpost to free jazz, or I don't know what I'm trying to say, but a beacon of of free jazz, an absolute monster album. If you haven't heard it, it's everything you would think. It's just incredible. Ghosts is just a, amazing album, amazing tune. Albert Ayler on saxophone, Gary Peacock on bass, Sonny Murray on percussion. Originally released in 1965, this is a 2014 reissue on ESP discs. Great stuff. Just a couple more. Just a couple more. Another album that we listened to not too long ago. That was actually quite a hit. This was a really good album. This is LCD Soundsystem 4533. The story goes that this album was commissioned by Nike or something, and every tune was meant to sort of have this sort of growing cadence to it that, that a runner would recognize as like a way to improve their training or something. I'm not sure, but the music on here is just amazing, is incredible. LCD Soundsystem 4533, a 2 LP set. Anything by LCD Soundsystem all over. Very sparse, nearly no artwork really, but LCD Soundsystem, great stuff. Each tune is a side long. And the last record I'm going to show is reminds me of a conversation that Fred Big Star 1000 and I were having in comments and stuff about how prog is sometimes ruined. For me anyway, personally, I know a lot of people like the vocals and stuff, but I really like the music aspect of prog. And this is an album that I think would be a lot better with no vocals. There's, the vocals aren't awful on this, but the music is just blows everything away. I Can See Your House From Here, Camel. I bought this just a while back because it was a recommendation from many people in the vinyl community were showing this at one time. And this is really, really top-notch prog. Released in 1979 on Arista Records. This is a US pressing with unfortunately it has a cut, but whatever. What can you do? I'm here for the music, not the artwork. Although I love the artwork, don't get me wrong. It has the original sleeve though. Screwed that up. Camel, I Can See Your House From Here. So yeah, those are 10 records that I've been listening to and enjoying and devouring. Really, something about when I have time in the summer. It's such a gorgeous time to just satiate yourself with music, and that's what I've been doing a lot of. It's sunset here in St. John, New Brunswick. I hope everybody's doing well. Maybe I can show you guys out the window the other way. Maybe not. There we go. The flora and fauna out the window. If you can hear the music in the background, we've been listening to Moonwood. Moonwood is a Toronto-based artist named Jacob Ringlander, and this is an album that he did called The Strength of the Pack is the Wolf, and the Strength of the Wolf is the Pack. And I might have shown this before, but I just love how simple and gorgeous this artwork is, because it just slides up and slides down, and you can see the skull. On Arachna discs, highly recommended label for experimental music. I'm going to stop blabbing now, and thank you for watching, everybody, and please comment, and let's get some conversations going. Take it easy. Bye-bye.